Conference attendees. My name is Finn O'Donnell, student body president at Port Townsend High School, and I'm here to talk about student voice in advocacy. Students and young people are chronically underrepresented in decision-making processes. We can't vote for our school board members or the state superintendent. We don't have the collective bargaining powers of teachers, and when our input is requested, it's sometimes not taken seriously. But student voice is incredibly important in advocacy, because not only are students nearly a seventh of Washington State's population and one of the most diverse segments of that population, we're also the people most directly affected by state expenditure changes. Lots of us know all of this, and lots of us want to make positive change through advocacy. Advocacy requires an opportunity to speak. It's a sad reality that while we improve every year, Washington State still suffers from systemic racism, gender bias, and homophobia. That opportunity to speak breaks down pretty well along lines of privilege. It isn't enough to ask students for input and take it from the first few people who stand up. Moving forward, we as educators need to reach out to the students and families in our district who don't normally have an opportunity to speak. In the past year, advocacy has been a big part of my life. It's been a privilege to represent the students of my school district at numerous levels statewide and on issues from suicide prevention to magic shows. I've done my best to ask questions whenever I can, both of my fellow students and of our elected officials, and tried to make rational, inclusive arguments with a touch of my personality. Advocacy with WSSDA has opened my eyes to the reality of our state's political system. I've learned exactly how many burners back education sits, but also how many legislators care deeply about this issue. I've learned that while lofty goals sound great in meetings with like-minded people, change is most often made incrementally. You know, I remember last year's Week on the Hill, in person without masks, getting to meet with my representatives to give a presentation on funding for mental health. I remember meeting the governor, registering to vote with Secretary Wyman, and eating indoors in the Capitol, even spilling root beer on my pants. We've had a really tough year, and it says something about our system that during a pandemic, our top priority is not losing funding. But I'm confident that going forward, WSSDA, WASA, and WASBO can be a positive voice for students, schools, and communities all around the state. I'm very grateful that I've been able to work with WSSDA this past year, and I'm looking forward to a great rest of the conference and a fantastic Week on the Hill together. Thank you.